Marion Kirby, the ghostess with the mostest. Robert Sterling as George Kirby, that most sportive spirit. And Leo G. Carroll, host to said ghosts, as Topper.
Miss Manners.
Yes, Mr. Topper?
Bring me the Murphy mortgage. It's due on June the 4th.
June 4th?
Our wedding anniversary. Now, see here, you two ghosts. I don't mind you haunting my house, but I strenuously object to you coming to the bank during business hours.
Why, Topper, darling? Nobody else can hear us but you.
Nobody else can see us but you.
Only you.
Well, that's not the point. How do you expect me to concentrate while you're osculating like that? I have to examine a lot of figures.
Really, Topper? What do you think about mine?
Well, you couldn't use it as security with that dress you're wearing.
Topper, old boy, you haven't congratulated us on our wedding anniversary.
Oh, congratulations, George. Thank you.
What about me?
Congratulations, Marion.
Oh, silly, you're not supposed to shake hands with me. You're supposed to kiss me.
What, with your husband standing here?
Oh, you only kiss her when I'm not here, huh?
Yes. No.
Come on, Topper, darling.
Oh, go ahead, old boy, kiss her.
Come on.
Well...
Mr. Topper.
This is called the Friendly Bank, you know.
Yes, sir. Where do you want me to put this mortgage?
Oh, right here. They told me you'd had 5 years at our other branch. I thought you were experienced.
You want to know? You just kissed her.
It's a good thing she's not a teller, Topper.
Now see what you've done. You made me kiss my new secretary.
Well, what are you complaining about? I wish I'd have been in your shoes a few minutes. She's a cute dish.
You're married to me, remember?
When we came to haunt you, we promised to make you young again.
Just to teach you to laugh.
1,000,000 laughs.
Well, it has been rather fun.
Now you're talking like our Topper. Come on, darling. I'm still waiting for that kiss.
No, I'm not getting into that again.
Well, you won't get any work done until you do.
Marion, give me that. Marion, please. That's the Murphy mortgage.
Topper!
Oh, morning, Mr. Scarlett.
What in the world is going on?
I was just trying to collect the Murphy mortgage. They're giving me the runaround. Miss Manners?
Mr. Williams is here to see you.
Oh, well, I'll be with him in a minute.
And Mrs. Topper called and left a message.
Oh, well, will you come in, please? Close the door.
It's a bit stuffy in here, Mr. Topper.
Close the door.
Yes, sir.
Sit down. I'd like to resume where we left off. Miss Manners.
Yes, Mr. Topper?
I want to ask you a question.
The answer is no.
About the Murphy mortgage. But first, I think I owe you an apology.
It's all right, Mr. Topper. It's just that I've never seen you act like that before. But I'm sure you meant it as a gesture of appreciation for my work.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you could think of a good reason. Mrs. Topper called, you said?
She wanted me to remind you about the wedding gift.
Oh, yes. My niece Sybil is getting married. We're having the ceremony at our home.
How nice.
Oh, nothing elaborate. Just 6 or 8 members of the family. But my wife's making quite a to-do about it.
Mr. Topper, I guess now is a good time to tell you I'm being married in a few days, too.
Oh, another June bride. I'm very happy for you. Of course, I shall be sorry to be losing a good secretary.
Oh, I'll keep on working.
Oh, good. Then I shan't be losing a secretary. I'll be gaining a wife, so to speak.
Mr. Topper, if it's all right with you, I'd like Friday off for my honeymoon. We're being married Thursday during my lunch hour.
Of course you can have Friday off. And I think a little wedding present is in order.
Oh, that isn't necessary, Mr. Topper.
I'll write you a check. You can buy yourself a pickle fork. I always give pickle forks.
Thank you. We'll appreciate it. Pickle fork. Now, about that mortgage. They want to extend their lease to buy a supermarket. How much would we loan?
Topper, darling, you're not going to give that girl a $10 wedding present, are you?
I think $10 is quite sufficient.
A $10 loan for a supermarket? What could they buy with that?
What kind of a present can she buy for $10?
Pickle fork.
Why, they couldn't even buy pickles.
Yes, well, you just run on to your desk and type.
Type what?
Now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of the party. I'm the party. Oh, Miss Manners, you forgot your notebook.
Thank you, Mr. Topper.
And I forgot your check, didn't I? There we are.
$100?
$100?
Oh, thank you so much.
You deliberately raised that check from $10 to $100.
Oh, don't be a pinch penny, Toppy. That's all there is around this place. Money.
Yes, but it isn't mine. I just work here.
Technicalities. Always technicalities.
Moreover, how am I going to explain that $100 to my wife? It's as much as we're spending on Sybil's wedding.
But think how happy you've made your new secretary. You and your pickle forks.
Raising a check is illegal, larcenous, fraudulent.
And sentimental.
Look, you've done enough harm for today. I'd appreciate it if you go away. I've got a great deal of work to do.
All right, Topper, darling.
Thank you.
But for giving that girl $100, I think you deserve a halo.
Mr. Topper will see you in just a minute.
I've never borrowed money from a bank before. To tell the truth, bankers frighten me.
Oh, you'll like Mr. Topper. Mr. Williams is still waiting to see you.
Ask him to come in.
You may go in now.
I just don't have the nerve to ask a banker for money.
Mr. Topper's an angel.
Send help in here at once. Mr. Williams is trying to jump out of the window. Hey, where are you going with that? That's my favorite chair. My reading lamp. Here, come back here. Coffee table. I've forgotten to pay my own mortgage. Henrietta.
Cosmo, you're home.
On the contrary, I just saw my home going down the street.
Guess what I've been doing?
You haven't sold the house.
I've been decorating the house for Sybil's wedding. Did you get her a gift?
Pickle fork. But Henrietta, the house shouldn't require all this decorating for just 8 people.
Well, I got to thinking. We can't ask Aunt Martha without asking Aunt Lucy and Uncle Denver, and of course, if we have Aunt Lucy, we have to have Cousin Edna. And Cousin Edna comes, obviously, we have to have all the other cousins.
Well, how many do they all come to?
150.
150?
So I had to order 10 cases of champagne, more refreshments, a bigger wedding cake, and... Oh, dear, I forgot. I knew I'd forget something.
What?
Who'll sing Oh Promise Me?
My creditors. Henrietta, we distinctly decided to have a small, intimate wedding.
Oh, Cosmo, it's June. Romance is in the air.
Yes, so am I.
Oh, we don't have any children of our own, and Sybil has been just like a daughter to you.
I refuse to take the blame for that.
Oh, Cosmo, do come in and see the decorations.
How much is all this going to cost?
Well, I've figured it out, and 150 people will cost a little more than 8 people.
Well, how much?
Well, don't you realize you're giving Sybil the greatest day in her life?
Well, that's fair exchange. She's given me the worst in mine. How much?
The ceremony will take place at this end of the room. The minister will stand here.
In front of the bar?
Oh, Cosmo, I'm so happy.
Good evening, Mr. Topper.
Good evening, Katie.
Mr. Topper, could you give me a hand with this cake? I'll help her, Topper. Mr. Topper, how did you do that?
What?
That cake floated across the room, just like it had wings.
Naturally. It's angel food.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cosmo. It's just that I'm exhausted. I'm a nervous wreck. I've worked my fingers to the bone preparing this wedding for Sybil. Oh, no, I want the flowers over there in that corner.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, we have to be sure that Uncle Denver doesn't have more than 1 glass of champagne. You know Uncle Denver. You'd better fix another 100 caviar canapes. Oh, no, I don't want the flowers over there. Put them in that corner.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Uncle Denver isn't speaking to Aunt Lucy, and if he gets too much to drink, he might say something. It would spoil the entire wedding. We need more flowers, a lot more flowers. And, Katie, you'd better order another 500 yards of white silk satin ribbon.
500 yards of white silk satin ribbon.
There's not enough chairs. Not nearly enough chairs.
Okay, but I'll have to borrow from the funeral parlor.
Rice! Oh, I forgot the rice. We'll need a lot of rice to throw at Sybil.
Rice?
And some old shoes. Katie, gather up Mr. Topper's shoes.
Hello?
I want another 5 dozen lilies. You'll have to buy some more vases for the lilies. Who is it?
I'm trying to find out.
Who?
Hello? Oh, it's you.
Who's you?
It's Sybil. What? Well, where are you?
Where is she? Make that 7 dozen lilies. Tie that ribbon over there on the wall. We'll need some, 100 pounds of ice for the champagne.
Well, what about the wedding?
What about the wedding? Those chairs aren't straight. They have to be in a straight line. Did you order the swizzle sticks for the champagne?
No, ma'am, I'm still on the 500 yards of white silk satin ribbon.
Oh, what are you waiting for?
The telephone?
Run next door. And while you're there, find out if they have any old shoes.
Well, no, Sybil, don't quibble. What? Oh, I see.
Now, let me think. Have we got everything?
We've got too much.
What do you mean?
There isn't going to be a wedding. Sybil eloped last night.
She can't elope.
She's fainted.
I'll get her some water.
No, I'll leave her alone. She's quiet, isn't she?
Good morning, Mr. Topper.
Good morning, Katie.
Isn't Mrs. Topper coming down to breakfast, sir?
No. That wedding being called off has rather upset her. I wouldn't be surprised if she stays up there for a couple of weeks.
She ought to eat something.
Well, let's look on the bright side. She's been threatening to diet for years. This may do the trick.
But what about all those refreshments for 150 people?
Well, I'll come home to lunch every day until every last soggy sandwich is gone.
Please, sir, try and persuade her to come down.
Well, I'll make one last effort. Ten cases of champagne. All right, get your swizzle stick. $15 a bottle. It'll dry. champagne.
How could Sybil be so ungrateful? She knew how hard I worked. I'd even had my own wedding gown altered for her.
Perhaps a nice hot bath will soothe your nerves.
You're so thoughtful, Cosmo.
I'll draw your tub. Who's there? Who's in that tub? Marion, is that you?
No, Topper, it's me. I had to come in here. Marion's using the tub in the guest room.
Get out of there. Get out this instant. You no sense of decency?
Cosmo, it was your idea.
Yes, dear. Just going to brush my teeth.
With a back brush?
I have back teeth.
Cosmo, that towel, it shot out of the room.
Yes, it always shoots out like that. It's a cannon towel.
Sorry, old boy.
Oh, really, George?
Never mind, George, Topper. We've got to do something about your wife. She has her heart set on a wedding.
Well, so is Marion. She wants to wear her new dress.
You don't understand how women feel about weddings. She'll never be happy until she has one.
Well, I married her 25 years ago. That should be sufficient.
It's so frustrating for her. She's worked herself up into a sentimental mood.
Hey, Topper. What about your secretary? She's being married today, isn't she?
During a lunch hour.
Well, why don't you give the wedding for her?
Cosmo, have you seen my headache powders?
Well, I took them all last night, dear. Henrietta, of course, the idea is preposterous, but...
But what?
Well, my secretary at the bank is planning to get married today. You wouldn't want to give the wedding for her, would you?
Why, Cosmo, what a romantic idea.
Of course, she's not a member of the family.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's June, and I've a wedding in my blood. Would my wedding dress fit her? What size is she?
Well, she's like this, and then, like this. I'll see what I can do about it.
Now be tactful with your secretary, Topper.
Get it hacked, George.
I can explain.
You don't have to explain, Mr. Topper. I've got a confession to make. I just sampled the champagne.
Will you come in, please?
Yes, Mr. Topper. Good morning, Mr. Topper.
Good morning.
I want to say how much I appreciate the $100.
Oh, you're very welcome. And now, if you don't mind, you can do a little favor for me.
I'll give you back your $100.
No, you misunderstand. You see, my niece has eloped, and I'm stuck with a wedding. Would you consider being married at my house?
Me?
My wife even has a wedding gown that would just fit you.
Imagine. Me. A real wedding gown. Oh, Mr. Topper, pinch me.
Thank you. I'm in enough trouble already.
So overwhelming. I don't know how to thank you.
Don't try to, my dear. Every girl should have a lovely wedding. And when she's married, she'll have something pleasant to look back on.
Is it really that bad?
I didn't mean it the way it sounded. I was married to Cosmo in that dress. Confidentially, it looks better on you than it would have on my niece, Sybil.
Thank you. Oh, dear. I wonder if Roger's here yet.
Roger?
Roger Easton, the boy I'm marrying. He's the sweetest person in the whole world.
All right, Katie, I'll get it.
I'm Roger Easton.
Oh, yes, the groom. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting you.
What makes you think it's going to be a pleasure?
What?
touched a drop.
He doesn't look very happy.
At least he's on his feet. They had to carry you into our wedding.
How much is this show setting you back?
Oh, $1,000.
That's what I figured. And since when does a boss shell out that kind of money for his secretary's wedding?
Well, it was more or less an emergency. I wanted to make my wife happy, and...
Stop talking, Topper. You're only making it worse.
He thinks it's something between you and his girl.
my kissing her was purely an accident.
Kissing her?
Well,
Explain that check for $100.
Did you ever hear such an evil-minded person talking that way to our Topper?
See here, don't take that tone with me. I'll explain nothing.
Why not?
Ask your wife.
She's not my wife, and she's not going to be. I ought to let you have it.
Tell him to try it, Topper.
Right. What?
I'll protect you, Topper.
Okay, you asked for it. What a boxer. I didn't even see it coming.
He's a guest in my house.
There it was again.
George, really, this is not Marquis of Queensbury.
Once more.
Once more it is.
Hey, George, look what fell out of his pocket.
A little black book.
An address book.
Topper, ask him who Dolores is.
Who's Dolores?
How do you know about her?
Ask him about Bernie.
What about Bernice?
You know about her, too?
And Louise.
And Louise.
Look, Mr. Topper, I don't know how you found out about those dames, but I'm never going to see any of them again. And I promise I won't cause any more trouble if you won't tell my girl.
Very well, we'll shake hands on it. And you owe an apology if your unfounded suspicions.
Yes, sir. I'll apologize.
Very well. On second thoughts, we'll both keep quiet about it. Now, I think it's time for me to give the bride away. Time for the wedding march.
The bride should always be late. The suspense adds to the fun. Cosmo, look.
Oh, charming. Charming. Almost as beautiful as when you were a bride.
Oh, Cosmo.
The thing is not quite straight. I can fix that.
I'll do it, Topper.
All we need now is something old, something new, something borrowed, something new. What do we have that's old?
Well, I'm not getting any younger.
Something new? That would be the bridegroom.
At the moment, he's slightly used, too.
Something borrowed.
Cora borrowed your wedding gown. Hey, Topper, you're wearing blue garters.
How'd you know that?
No, what, dear?
What?
Hold still, Topper.
I'm not going to ask why you're doing that, Cosmo. Lately you do such odd things and give such peculiar explanations.
Oh, dear. I think I'll wait outside.
Cosmo? What's that little black book?
What? Black book, dear?
And with the names of all the girls.
It's just a list of the girls at the bank, dear. Yes, come along.
It says here Dolores, and then it says fast operator.
Yes, she operates a comptometer very fast. Come on.
Louise, if a man answers the phone, hang up.
Her husband doesn't approve of her working.
Indeed. Then explain this. Geraldine, terrific in a bathing suit.
Yes, we had a beauty contest at the bank. She was voted misstatement of 1954. Come on, dear.
Cosmo, this has been the second happiest day of my life. The happiest was when I married you.
Thank you, my dear.
Giving the wedding for your secretary was a positive inspiration. You deserve a halo.
The John W. Lupton, Bernard L. Schubert production. Produced by John W. Lupton. Starring Ann Jeffries, Robert Sterling, and Leo G. Carroll.